America. Top of the motherfucking morning to you, son. How you doing? Voltaire once said that if you could get man to believe absurdities, you could get him to commit atrocities. And make no mistake about it, America. That's exactly what you're seeing now. Have you ever wondered why every day you're being pounded with just absurd fucking narratives, yo? Because, I mean, regardless of what you want to believe, those who control the narrative control the truth. And that's just what it is. It's like we're living in like some era of right-wing postmodernism where there's no truth, there's no lie, it's just what they say is. Like, for example, all these little boats being bombed off the shores of Venezuela. Now, anybody with common sense that does just a little bit of research would know there is absolutely no fentanyl made in the country of Venezuela. None made, none produced, nothing. None. And anybody with common sense would also know that looking at those boats with just normal outboard motors, they would have to refuel up to 20 times just to make it to the coast of fucking Miami. These aren't drug-running boats, these are fishermen. And one of them lived through one of those explosions. They're fishermen, yo. Trump wants a regime change in Venezuela, and that's what all this is about. And yeah, Venezuela currently has a horrible fucking leader. Maduro is a fucking savage. But that's their problem to figure out, not ours. And then you get absurdities like, the 2020 election was stolen from me. The horrible Democrats stole the beautiful 2020 election from me. Which every court in America this dude has went to has told him, no, that's not what happened. Like, he's ready to take this motherfucker to the tennis court. You know, every other court has fucking told him you're full of shit. But no, that's just part of the absurdity. There's a point to all of this, man. When he uses words like, there's an invasion of illegals coming from the south, from south of the border. There's an invasion of internal enemies. You'll find out here in a minute, phrasing is very important. But it's like every day we're getting hammered with all of these things that we just know are absurd fucking lies. We know it. But the mindset is you beat people down enough with it, man. Because look, bro, fascism doesn't automatically just show up at your door and fucking with jackboots and gulags, dude. No. Fascism always shows up at first with, you know, a cross wrapped in Bible verses, baby. It's like if you go look at the Department of Labor right now, go check out the Department of Labor and all this artwork they're putting up. It's like it's like these throwbacks to like the 1950s, and it's a portrait of them. And what they're saying is these are portraits of America's future. Every single motherfucker in there is just some fucking white dude in a colored shirt with a fucking blonde hair, and you know, that looking like motherfuckers looking like a 1950s Marlboro painted ad. Dude. You go look at it right now. America's future. And it's all fucking white dudes. think they're fucking around? No, man. They're telling you what the fuck they're going to do, dog. Just listen to them. They tell you things like Portland, Oregon is a fucking war zone, which we all know that it's not, man. But see, here's where phrasing becomes very important. Words like invasion of illegals from the south of the border, invasion of left-wing radicals, terrorists. Look, man, we've discussed this before. If there's a fair and open free election in this country and next year like there should be for midterms, Republicans are losing every seat in the fucking House. So they want to enact the Insurrection Act. But the thing about the Insurrection Act is the phrasing on the Insurrection Act is very clear. It can only be enacted in times of invasion. That's why you are always hearing the word invade, invade, invaded, invades, invading. Because they can't enact it right now. They can't. That's why they're doing everything they can. That's why they are gleefully cutting people off of food stamps at the beginning of November. Because believe me, they are loving this government shutdown. Regardless of what you hear that Weasley little closeted Mike Johnson say on TV, Republicans are loving this government shutdown. Here's why. They get the opportunity to create chaos. And that's all they're interested in. That's all they're interested in doing right now is creating chaos. They are creating situations that will get people in the streets and rioting, because that's what he needs to enact the Insurrection Act. He needs there to be conflict in the streets. That's why they are creating conflict in the streets. Because the optics of, even Trump knows the optics of fucking enacting the Insurrection Act with no cause. His poll numbers are already the worst they've ever been. Like, he's polling in the very low 40s. He does that, it's over with, man. Like, bro, he can't do it. But he needs to create the illusion that there's a reason to do it. He needs you to believe absurdities so he can commit atrocities. And you just accept it. That's what he needs. Because believe me, this is not about America first. This is about Trump first and Trump only. If y'all don't see that, you more fucked up than I thought you was. If you can get man to believe absurdities, you can get him to commit atrocities. I could go out on the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody in the street and my supporters would still love me. Truer words were never spoken, man. See you next time.